Hello folks. So I'm doing this video basically to just express my opinion on what I feel has been taking place over the last year and especially over the last month or so. I don't ever do videos, so I don't expect this video to be perfect. I'm not shooting for it to be perfect. That's my little disclosure. I'm just here to express my opinion because I'm quite upset with what's going on in this country right now. So I'm going to start off by saying this. I don't downplay anybody's rights to vote for whoever they want to have in office or anything like that. Everybody has their right to cast whatever vote they want. But I will say this. Anyone who voted for the Democratic Party during this election cycle, in my opinion, and I don't care if I offend anybody, has lost their minds. I don't understand what is going on with the American people right now. I don't understand how so many folks out there still can't see through the bullshit that the radical left has been involved in over this last year. Now, am I saying that there aren't any Republicans or anybody on the right side that aren't corrupt or aren't involved in doing things they shouldn't be doing? Absolutely not, because I'm sure there are. But what the radical left has been doing over the course of the last year and really over the last 4 years, if you think about it, all of the hundreds of millions of dollars and maybe even billions of dollars that they spent and time trying to impeach this president. And by the way, for all you morons out there who don't realize this, all that money that was spent on the impeachment process and all these investigations that they had taking place, that was your hard-earned tax dollars. That was your hard-earned money that was going to those investigations. If these Democratic morons had put all of that effort that they put into impeaching the president into actually sitting down with the president and with the Republican Party to actually come up with different policies and different things that they could do to benefit the American people, how much better off do you think we would be 4 years later? But nobody asks these questions, do they? The media sure fucking doesn't. I mean, people, wake up. This is a big fucking game to these people. They don't give two shits about you, me, your brother, cousin, aunt, uncle, husband, wife, children. They don't give two shits about you. And that's sad. Because these are elected officials at the end of the day. They are technically supposed to be working for us, yet they just frivolously use the law for their own benefit. They keep passing law after law after law that benefits them, benefits their constituents, but don't benefit us, the little guy. I mean, that's insane. Over this whole last year, over the course of when this pandemic started, why is it that all of these big fucking businesses, these big corporations, such as Walmart, Amazon, Home Depot, Lowe's, Menards, and so on, were allowed to keep their doors open, or allowed to keep capitalizing on our dollars, on our hard-earned money, but yet all of the small guys, all of the little businesses had to shut their doors, had to keep their doors closed, and if they violated any of the lockdown policies that were set in place, they were going to get fined. And in some cases, like that lady down in Texas, got arrested, had to go through the court processes. I mean, that's just crazy. That's insanity. If you people can't see what's really going on, then you know, I don't know what's wrong. You need to go to a doctor or go somewhere and get your heads fucking checked out. Because really, all that's been taking place over the course of this last year is these fucking left-wing power-hungry socialistic mongers. All they care about is controlling what you and I do. That's all they care about. Oh, and keeping their pockets fat too. That's their goal. They don't want small businesses operating. They don't want mom and pop businesses operating. They want you and I to be so dependent on them and their social programs that they can control every facet of our lives. And anybody who can't see that is I don't know, there's something wrong with you mentally, honestly. I mean, I just can't believe what has just happened, how we have allowed and given full power on a federal level to these liberal, power-hungry, evil, socialistic people, politicians. I just can't believe we've done that. And you know what? Shit's gonna hit the fan, people. Those of you who have caused this to happen, those of you who have voted for this to happen, you're gonna see, because this is gonna affect you. This is gonna affect you. There's that old saying, shit rolls downhill. Well, guess what? All of us are at the bottom of the hill. They're at the top. They're the ones rolling the shit down the hill. I mean, this is just unfucking believable what's been going on. And then President Trump, you know, President Trump, I appreciate everything that you did in the 4 years that you were in office. But you know what? Your Republican buddies in the Senate are so fucking weak, and they're so fucking just, I don't know. They're just such sissies for not going after these Democrats and not fighting to protect our rights as a nation. I mean, our First Amendment rights are basically out the door. They don't even exist anymore when we have big corporations such as Amazon, Google, Twitter, Instagram, where they can just automatically go onto somebody's account and just erase everything or block them from being able to, and censor them from being able to speak their mind. I wouldn't be surprised if I get censored or this video gets tossed away. And you know, this is what I don't understand, is how the Democrats can get away with doing whatever the fuck they want, but the Republicans have no power to fight back. Well, my theory is that the Republicans don't want to. Because they should all be under the same laws. They should all be following the same set of laws. But for some reason, these liberal fucks have been able to get away with everything shy of murder. Of course, you know, I can make an argument on that as far as them, you know, condoning all these fucking riots during all, you know, this last summer and during the course of this year with COVID. Everybody that was dying, everybody that was getting shot and killed and pillaged and all this. You know, the Democrats were for that. They were for that. And the Republicans just sat by and, yeah, they would talk about it, but were they really acting on it? No. And could you, Donald Trump, the president, have done more? Yeah, of course you can, but you didn't. You didn't. All of you politicians who are in office right now don't deserve to be in those offices. because you don't care at the end of the day about the American people. And I doubt you probably even care about some of your own flesh and blood, because you guys are so just power hungry and hell bent on power and money. That's all you care about. Because if you didn't, then none of this would be going on as far as what's taking place in this country right now. The corruption just falls so deep. It just goes so deep. It's crazy. But you, the American people, have fucked up. You guys have fucked up by allowing the liberal left to gain control of the entire federal government, the House, the Senate, and the presidency. That's insane. And then what I want to say to the Supreme Court is shame on you. Shame on you for not listening and hearing the case that Trump presented to you guys pertaining to the illegal issues and the illegal things that were taking place with with this whole voting issue. Anybody who says nothing illegal happened as far as with these, mail-in ballots and all this, you guys are so full of shit. Everything was so corrupt and so rigged over this election. It's insane. But yet they still get away with it. And shame on you to all the judges, all of you fucking judges on a state and federal level who should have taken all of these cases and who should have allowed the right side to present these cases and to present the evidence to prove that what the left side did was corrupt and was illegal. Shame on you. Shame on you for throwing out those cases or not even allowing them in your courtrooms. Shame on you. You guys don't deserve to sit in the seats that you're sitting in. And if you want to come after me, fine. I don't care. That's what you guys do. You guys are all fucking bullies anyway. You don't give a shit about the American people. You give a shit about yourselves, and that's it. As far as I'm concerned, you guys are all scum. And if that offends you, so be it. Go ahead. You want to come after me? Go ahead. Whatever. Who am I? I don't have any fucking resources, But you know what? I'll be damned as an American citizen to not say anything and speak my mind. It's disgusting what the mainstream media has peddled for the last 4 years. And then what gets me is how ignorant the majority of the American people are as far as to listen to any and everything that the fucking mainstream media peddles to them. And it's just insane. Nobody does any research. Nobody does any fact finding. And it's ridiculous. And then to all you fucking small business owners, I feel really bad about what's happening with you guys, because I'm a small business owner myself. But you know what? Why aren't you guys fighting back? Why aren't you guys fighting back harder? You know why? And I'll tell you why. Because the government has instilled so much fear in you and the American people to where nobody wants to fight back. These people have been controlling the system for years and decades and decades and decades, and they have been molding the American people into living on a platform of fear, because they know that if they keep everyone on a platform of fear, then they have all control. People, stand up, wake up. There's that old saying, there's power in numbers, power in numbers. Wake up, people. And then, to all of you right-sided politicians, to all of you senators who are wanting to impeach Trump now, and all of a sudden you were supporting Trump for this 4 years, you were supporting him all throughout his presidency, but now, since this issue at the Capitol took place, now you want to jump ship and you want to just say, oh, fuck Trump, fuck all of our principles, everything that we stand for and believe in, because we don't want to be looked at as bad. We don't want to this and that. You know what? That right there proves that you don't deserve the seat that you're sitting in the position that you're sitting in. Because at the end of the day, the only concern you should fucking have is for the American people and doing right by the American people. And same thing with you left-wing fucking socialistic scumbags. Nancy Pelosi and all her fucking little minions. And Joe Biden and all his little corrupt-ass fucking minions. If you or I were involved in any of this corrupt crap that Pelosi and all these politicians, Joe Biden, his son, and everyone else that's involved in, if you or I were involved in something like that, our fucking asses would be in handcuffs, in a goddamn jail cell, and would never be getting out of prison. But these fucking scumbags can get away with breaking any laws that they want to break, and they won't so much as ever have a pair of handcuffs slapped on them. And why President Trump? Why aren't you doing more to fight back against these idiots than what you have been doing? Especially now. How come you haven't invoked the Insurrection Act to give you the authority to start doing some things to weed out this corruption that's been taking place on the left side? Oh, maybe it's because really at the end of the day, you don't really give a shit. Maybe you're in on it with them. I don't know. You know, there's that old saying, actions speak louder than words. Rich people and powerful, rich people should not be in office. They should not be the ones governing this country. Because they don't know what it's like to struggle. They don't know what it's like to have a hard life. They don't know what it's like to have their hands dirty. They don't know what it's like to struggle day by day, paycheck to paycheck, and in some cases not knowing where your next meal is going to come from, or where you're going to lay your head down at night. See, these fucking politicians and these big corporations have set it up to where the average American has to only be focused on their 9-to-5 job, their measly little paychecks, their high taxes, and that's it. If they keep you in a position to where you're barely getting by and barely surviving, basically like they have their foot on your throat, then you can't focus on the bullshit and corrupt things that they're involved in doing. Do we need taxes? Yeah, of course we need taxes. But do we need them to the extent in which we have them? No. These fucking big, huge corporations during this COVID shit getting all these fucking $1 billion, $100 million fucking bailouts. Are you fucking kidding me? They shouldn't be getting any bailouts. If anything, Amazon, Walmart, and all these other big corporations, I say, they should have what they should have been doing is every 50 cents on the dollar of earned income, or not income, excuse me, but earned profits during this pandemic, they should have taken that and put that back into the American people's hands, into helping small business owners, into the educational system, into those who were struggling to not be able to put food on the table or pay their rent. But no, of course, we got to put billions and billions and billions of dollars back into their fucking pockets. And yeah, you fucking American people, that's your tax dollars. That's your tax dollars going to these fucking companies. They can cut these fucking big corporations billion-dollar checks, but yet, we'll give you a $1,200 check here. We'll give you a $600 check here. Have a nice fucking day. I hope that helps change your fucking life financially. Wake the fuck up, people. You fucking morons. Wake the fuck up. All of you who went to those fucking polls and made an emotional vote and kept these Democrats in office, shame the fuck on you, because now shit is gonna fucking hit the fan. National security, oh yeah, that's going to go way out the fucking door. The border, yep, that wall is going to be torn the fuck down. The nuclear deal, yep, that's going to be reopened. This Green New Deal, oh boy. If any of you would take the time to read that, you're going to see all the shit and all the pork in that bill. It's just going to be a fucking cesspool of shit for the average American people. Man, you people just don't understand. You, the American people, don't understand how bad it's getting, how bad it is. How fucking bad it is. And nobody wants to fight back. But see, that's exactly what they want. They want you to live in fear. They want you to live in fear that, what if I fight back? What's going to happen? Oh, I'm going to go to jail. Or they're going to come after my bank account. Or they're going to tax me higher. They're going to whatever. And therefore, as long as these politicians can keep the fear in the American people, then they can keep doing the bullshit that they're doing. Wake the fuck up, people, man, because it's getting bad. It's gonna get worse. They are basically, in the last year, the left side has basically been slowly stripping our rights away. Freedom of speech, First Amendment, that's out the fucking door. Second Amendment rights, those are going to be out the door. Before you know it, we're not going to have any rights, people. All you people who enjoy going hunting, fishing, going on vacation, being able to, when you want to go out to eat, go out to eat. When you want to go for a stroll with your family, when you want to go play in the park, when you want to go this and do that. Guess what? In a socialistic type of government, all that's out the window, guys. All that's out the door. None of that exists anymore. But you fucking morons think that, oh, it's good. It's good. It's good to have. It's great. It's good to have the government in control. Yeah. We want them to tell us what to do. You people, those of you who think that way, you guys are fucking morons. Wake the fucking hell up, people. And to you, Trump, and to all of you right-wing senators, get your heads out of your ass. Let your balls drop and start fighting back for the American fucking people. You claim to be a part of the American people and for the American people. Well, wake the fuck up and start fighting back. Start using the same laws that the left side are using. Start using them for the benefit of the American people. Start taking care of the American people. Get your selfish heads out of your asses and start doing something for the American people. Put your money where your mouth is. Wake up, America. Wake the fuck up, America. Because if you don't, shit's gonna really be bad. We should all be coming together. And yes, what happened at the Capitol, that was total bullshit. There never should have been any violence. Nobody should have ever gotten hurt. And shame on you to those who brought violence on that day. Shame, shame, shame on you. There are ways, people, that we could all come together. Like I said, there's power in numbers. But you don't have to incite riots and violence. But see, that's another thing. Those so-called violent protesters and those so-called people who were there, who were causing the violence. This is just my opinion now. But I think those people were hired and it was all a setup to make Donald Trump look bad. And so that the left side had a platform to stand on to make Trump look bad, and that those weren't real, actual protesters. But see, we the people have given these people this kind of power. We have allowed them to gain this kind of power and control over our lives. And it's getting worse, and it's getting worse a lot faster. Wake the fuck up, people. And to you, President Trump, I'm nobody, but I'm going to set this challenge out to you. Let's see if you actually do anything and use the actual powers, true powers of your office and the Constitution to fight back and to keep Joe Biden out of office. Let's see if you do that. You should have already signed the Insurrection Act, martial law. You should have already asserted your authority, because if you so-called have all this information and all this corrupt information against Pelosi, Hillary Clinton, and all these other Democrats, then why aren't you asserting your authority to put these people behind bars and get them out of office? Put your money where your fucking mouth is, because if you don't, at the end of the day, then I guess really you don't care about the American people. At the end of the day, I guess maybe it's all just been a farce. You've been just, blowing smoke up the American people's asses. Maybe at the end of the day, you're really at the country club with these left-wing fucking liberal idiots. Actions speak louder than words, President Trump. You work for us, not the other way around. Put your money where your mouth is. Use the authority of your office to clean up this fucking mess, and do it quick, because the clock's ticking down. Anyway, I've been ranting for long enough. I'm just going to leave it at this. Wake the fuck up, America. Get your heads out of your fucking asses. Come together. And don't allow these fucking left-wing liberal fucking assholes to keep doing what they're doing. And as far as social media goes, to all these companies, most of you can't even take 10 minutes off your fucking phone. And you know what? That's what the government wants. They want you to be so preoccupied by social media and all this that you don't have time to focus on what's really going on. Until the shit is on your doorstep, you have no clue. But really, what we should all be, what would really hurt them is if we all took 1 week, that'd be a good challenge, but nobody's going to listen to me. I'm a nobody. But 1 week, nobody used any kind of social media platform, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Yeah, that would really hurt them, but nobody's going to do that, because too many people are so engrossed in their lives on social media, their little popularity and all the little likes that I get and all that. You are all the fucking morons of the world and the morons of the fucking country. I mean, it's insane. It's insane. I won't be surprised if someday they have a law put in place to where you can marry your cell phones. You can marry your computer. You can marry your social media platform, because that's what it is nowadays. People are so engrossed with fucking social media than they are with what's going on in their own family members' lives, in their own community members' lives. It's just sad. It's disgusting. Wake the fuck up, people. Wake up. Because if you don't, you're going to have no rights. You're going to have no rights. And that's the way it's going to be. Well, anyway, that's my fucking rant for the day.